This video will discuss tips for debugging a project. Every game has a teacher answer key in the Project Solutions folder. This is a teacher-only folder, but feel free to share it with students when they are stuck. Go to the Teacher Resources folder, click on that, and then find the Project Solutions. Once you click on the Project Solutions, you can choose the game that you are building. We'll go here to Flip the Robot Monkey, and then you can see the different levels. You can choose an actual Google Doc, or you can download the game file to see what the student's file should be doing at that time. It's important to allow your students to compare and search for their own errors. This is a large part of problem solving and an integral part of STEM. Let's look for an example of debugging. The student's file is on the left and the Project Solutions is on the right. Currently, when you try to run the student project, Flip is glitchy. Kind of bounces back and forth like this. So that tells me that there's probably an issue in his movements. So I'm going to check that first. And as I'm going through, I can see right away that the left arrow is down command has become a sub-event for the student when it should be an event. In Construct, you can't just drag it back out again to become an event, but you can move it up above something and then put it back down where it belongs, and it will be an event. So now it's out as an event with the rest of them. I'm also going to scroll down because I had previewed this earlier, and I notice on line 22 here that the student has made that an event. Every 1 second is an event instead of a condition of the stun time. Right now they don't have any nights on their game, but when the night does get in there, it won't work correctly. So this is an area where I would have the student look at that and see how they could fix it. They could go back and make it into a condition rather than an event. There are times when it seems the event sheet matches up just fine. That's when it's nice to have the level that the student is working on so that you can run the file to see what's supposed to be happening. Right away when the student runs their file, it looks like Flip shoots a coconut. That's because the coconut should be placed outside the layout event. So that's a common error. Check for that and see that the coconut is outside. It won't look like Flip is shooting right away. Some other things to look for are behaviors. A lot of times students will add or miss a behavior of an object, and since Flip is the issue and we still haven't fixed what is wrong, then I'm going to click on Flip here and on Flip in my answer key, and I'm going to check. A lot of times maybe they're on the wrong layer, behaviors have been added or are missing, or the origin points have been moved. And in this case, that's what has happened. So I'm going to double click on my Flip here, and I'm going to slide these out of the way so we can see what's supposed to be happening. These are the correct ones. Then I'm going to double click on Flip here, and you'll see the image editor pops up. So at first he looks fine, but I'm going to check all forms of him, and here is my issue right away. So I'm going to check walk here, and you'll notice my origin point is in the middle of Flip. Here the origin point is way over on this side. That's what causes it to look like Flip is going back and forth. We just need to click where he should be, and we're going to check the other images of walk just to make sure that all of the origin points are in the correct spot. And click over to make sure that they're good. Check with jump as well. That's an issue too. And we'll just click the origin spot back to the middle of Flip. Fall looks good, and shoot looks good. So that should solve our issue. Having students keep track of errors they made will help the future games as well, and maybe with others as they collaborate. GameIt already offers a developer's journal where students could make note of any debugging they completed. We hope this video helps to answer your debugging questions. If you have other issues, feel free to contact us using the Support Ticket button.